Beautiful day outside. I'm gonna get a couple things done here. Looks like the kids are gonna have to get the mowing done today. I'm gonna change the chicken feed a little bit early because I got the day it's scheduled for. We got appointments. But take a look at this strawberry patch. Man, these things are really thriving this year. Look how we got strawberries coming out already. We're gonna have quite a bit of them just from these few plants. These just got transplanted, so they're not as healthy looking. But they will stand up really nicely. Peach tree down here. Let's see if I can zoom in. I got my other handful. It's looking really good. Apple tree we transplanted from her dad's is not looking too good. I think it might not make it. But we got this guy here. He was gotten really tall. And his brother's on the other side of the chicken coop, and he looks beautiful. So we'll have a couple apple plants gonna make it. I'm gonna go get the feed done today. Buddy got one of these. We've got a couple of these, but our kids have finally outgrown them. I modified this to move the seat back so many times so he could fit in it. Now that he's so heavy, it becomes back heavy. It goes on any kind of hill that it wants to tip. So we're done with this. We're moving up to an electric wheelchair for him now that we're about to purchase. We'll try to purchase now. Those things are expensive, but we knew the time was coming. He's got some medical needs. He's partially paralyzed, so we used to use this to get him outside, to get him up and down the hills and things. This thing works pretty good. This one actually has the rubber tires on it. I modify it so it's a safety shutoff switch. I put one in it that goes to a higher voltage, a higher amperage, so it didn't shut off so easily. They make these right out of the factory with a shut-off switch on it that as soon as you get to a hill, it's got a little bit of an incline. It shuts off because it doesn't want to catch the motors on fire and such. But the settings they have to put those at are just kind of ridiculous because these things won't go up any kind of hills. But if you find the right amperage one, which I did, and I can't tell you what it is right now because I can't remember, these things will climb hills. And this, like I say, this one is just 12 volt. We had a 24 volt one over there too. That's a little more powerful. But this one, I mean, he's just turned 10. All the way up to the point he was 9 years old, this thing would carry him if we went up an angle, even up our big back hill. But this thing is going to become a wheelbarrow for the girls, so they can do their flowers and such. We're going to just put a tub in here, and this is a remote control one. So you just drive it with a remote control like you're driving an RC car. It's pretty cool. But that's what that's going to turn into. And this is, I would say, the 4th or 5th year we've had this. It's held up pretty good. Maybe later on I'll get some more information on where I got this from. There's a place online that sells these. They're customized. So they're a little bit tougher, a little stronger than what they are from the factory, like what they sell at Walmart or something of that sort. But I'm going to do some chicken feed today. Kids have got the garage cleaned up a lot better. We still got all these cardboard boxes I got to burn. But this is our pool room. This is basically what we use for our bottom garage here. It's always kind of cluttered, but we keep a mower down here too. But in wintertime we move it up because this thing is on the hillside and it does get wet floors and stuff. So I also keep extra water down here for emergencies that I can pump up to the house. Anyhow, go do the chickens today. Anybody who has hostas this time of the year in Ohio also knows that we have lots of ticks. And you gotta watch these type of pathways. We're gonna have to trim this up now so we can get through here, because them ticks like to crawl up on these things and hang right off the end of them. And you come walking through and you get them on your pant legs, and they'll work their way up to some part of the skin of your body. And you get a nice tick stuck in you somewhere. What we're doing today, you can see that in here. Hey, get away from my ring, Penelope. You can see down in here, we have, let me get it focused here. Got mold When I start seeing mold like that, it's time to clean the water. So that's what we're going to do. Clean the water up today, and I'm going to do their feed. Can you hear this chicken? I swear it says, "Hey, Pawpaw." Hey, Pawpaw. Hey, Pawpaw. Hear it? Hey, Pawpaw. Maybe I've been around chickens too much. Hey, be nice to each other. Get her, Penelope. You're bigger than she is now. Okay. Hey, Pawpaw. But I'm going to do the feed a day early. So that's what I'm about to do, guys. Look how big the hostas have got. Let you have a quick pic of that. Been showing them to you since early spring. These are the ones we planted. Boy, do we need some trimming going on here, though. Kids get out and do some mowing. See how they're starting to bush up? There's a buttersickle. These things will bush up so far, they'll reach over to the fence line. And chickens will get to eat some bugs off of them and chew on the hosta leaves. Here's our other apple tree. This is the first year it's looked like it's going to make it. You just can't give up on them. I got to learn a little bit more about how to prune these things too to make it a little easier on them. And the camper. Okay, gonna do the feed. So this is what it looks like. See, normally I'd be filling this on Tuesday, so they have 2 more days of eating. And it almost always works out with 6 chickens to have, you know, just enough feed left for them. Maybe a day's more feed left in this bucket by the time I go to change it. It's just crazy how it works out that way every time. So we're gonna put in some mesh, 3-to-1 mesh. We got corn chunks. You can see in here we got the chopped corn in there, and the rest is just the fine mesh. Kind of like they started getting some bigger pellets, but our feed place down here doesn't seem to have them. Anyhow, so that's how I do it. And now the hose is being used outside for the pool, so we're just bringing in the shower. Put some hot water in it, put some bleach in it, clean it all up. Okay, the difference between dirty and clean now. I'm filling it up in here too because my outside hose is tied up in the swimming pool at the moment. So I have to carry this water out, which stinks, but it is what it is. So I do this probably 2 times a month. Keep it clean. And every time I go out to wash out their cups, I pour more fresh water in to try to keep fresh water rotating. I mean, 2 weeks isn't a science. If you see it, it's running mold before that, stop and do it. You don't want to hurt your chickens. All right. Yeah, threw them a little bit of peanut butter jelly. Nothing much, boy, did they devour that. So now we have clean water. Good for a couple weeks as they keep rotating fresh. And we got a full feeder. Full feeder. Right, girls? This is Prissy. And one of these guys has been kind of mean lately. Which one is it? Here, put your bag down. You go get my ring. Get my ring, girls. Get my ring. You don't want to get it now? You getting it, little? There you go. There you go. Get my ring, girls. Get my ring. You don't want to get it? All right. Girls have put out a lot of eggs. We still got one I've been calling Pearl. The other black one is still brooding. I guess that's what it is. I can't get her off them eggs. I literally have to push her off the eggs to get her off of them so she'll come out and eat. And that'll be tomorrow's task. Chickens take work, guys. They do. If you want to keep them healthy, it takes effort. You gotta come out almost every day. Depending on what kind of a feeding and watering system you got up. Even when I don't need to, I usually come out just to check on things. Be the feeder takes care of them. But it does get clogged up every once in a while, so you got to poke it to get the feed out. And the water's got to be clean. You got to make sure you got fresh water in there for them. If you don't take care of them, they're not going to take care of you. You're not going to produce the eggs. So it takes effort. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.